Our next guest is talking about something every single person watching this show does: sleep. It's easy for some, but not for others, including myself, sadly, which is why Dr. Nicole O'Malley, who works in sleep medicine at Overlake Medical Center, joins me now. Hi. This is such an important topic, and I want to get right into it. What are the common sleep disorders?
So probably the most common sleep disorder that we see in our clinic is going to be obstructive sleep apnea. So people often present to us with having episodes where they stop or shallow breathe while they're sleeping at night.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, we also see insomnia, where people have difficulty either falling asleep or staying asleep, or maybe a combination of the both. Or we also see hypersomnia disorders. So that can be when people are excessively sleepy during the day, and it can be caused by one of those other conditions like obstructive sleep apnea, but it could also be a primary hypersomnia like narcolepsy. We also see circadian rhythm disorders. So this is when people have either an advanced or a delayed circadian pattern, where maybe they're going to bed too early in the evening, or maybe it's really delayed and they're going to bed late at night or early morning, or like deep into the next day, and that's impacting their daily life or causing them distress. We also see parasomnia disorders. That would be when people are sleepwalking or sleep talking, or you hear about people acting out dreams in their sleep.
Yeah. Or even eat, like, is that a real thing when people
Sleep
get
eat?
up, sleep eating? Yeah.
So that could be something that can occur too. So that's a parasomnia disorder. We also see limb movements during sleep. So oftentimes you'll hear about like restless legs when people have the urge to move their legs in the evening. And that can kind of manifest with also insomnia-like symptoms, where it makes it difficult for them to fall asleep, or it can awaken them in the middle of the night and then cause that sleep disruption, so they're getting poor quality sleep. So we kind of see the whole gamut of sleep disorders in our clinic.
And I had no idea there were so many. And so when is it the time for somebody to say, you know what, I need to see a doctor?
Okay, that's a really good question. So there are many reasons to come see us. So if you're experiencing kind of any of those things I already mentioned, like difficulty falling asleep, difficulty staying asleep, both of those, maybe your partner is telling you that you're snoring at night, maybe they're seeing you stop or shallow breathe, maybe you're waking up with morning headaches, maybe you're awakening yourself in the night with palpitations, like your heart is racing, or feeling really sweaty. Maybe you're waking up feeling paralyzed, like you can't move, or having one of those parasomnia disorders we talked about, like sleepwalking, talking, driving. It can be a whole variety of things, but anything that you feel like might be impacting your sleep quality overnight that's bleeding into the daytime symptoms, that would be a reason to come and see us.
And what do you do as far as treatment? I mean, I'm sure each disorder has its own treatment.
It does. So it kind of depends on what you have, but we just kind of typically start with a sleep study to see what is going on. See if there's anything underlying that's contributing to the symptoms that each patient is presenting to us with. And then from there, we kind of tailor it for what their needs are. So like, let's say somebody comes in with sleep apnea. What we're going to want to do is set them up potentially with a CPAP device. That's going to be the gold standard of treatments. That's continuous positive airway pressure. So we have trained respiratory therapists who are in our clinic who are awesome, who show you exactly how to use it and kind of walk you through that process. We also have a dedicated cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia clinic at Overlake, which is really cool. So that's for our primary insomnia disorders. Other things we have are medication management. So like maybe if somebody has restless legs, we might need to give them medicines to help calm those legs at night. Or maybe if they're really sleepy during the day, we might need to give them medicine to kind of help promote wakefulness.
Okay, keep them awake.
Yeah, or maybe we need to do labs to see maybe if there's something else that's potentially contributing to it. So we try to take like the whole comprehensive approach for each patient.
Definitely. And a sleep study, how exactly does that work?
Okay, so there's different kinds of sleep studies.
Like I want a sleep study.
Yeah. There's a home sleep study, which is done from the comfort of your house.
Whoa.
That's probably what most people are doing, unless there's a direct contraindication for you to not be able to do that. You have to be over the age of 18 to have a home sleep study, but you get to sleep in your own bed. And so I think a lot of times people are kind of like intimidated to come see us because they think I'm gonna have to come sleep in the lab, which you might, but most of the time we start with that home study.
That's so because it's actually going to show you in your environment and hopefully exactly how it would be every single night.
Yep, and it's just a one-night sleep study.
Okay.
And then we also do in-lab sleep studies. So that's done in our suite that's actually located in our clinic, and we have a sleep technician who stays there with you all night to make sure everything stays in place and that you have a smooth process when you're there. And that's also just one night. And there's different kinds of in-lab sleep studies. So everything from just like a baseline to what we call a split night, where you spend part of the night without a CPAP, part of it with it. And then we also have a titration study where we actually put a machine or CPAP device on you and kind of test you through the night to see what therapy is most appropriate for you. So we kind of tailor it for what each individual needs.
So amazing. This is great information. So how can people learn more about sleep medicine at Overlake Medical Center?
So you could go to our website, of course,
Perfect.
which is overlakehospital.org/sleep-medicine.
Amazing. Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
being here. So insightful, and everyone needs this information.
Yeah.
All of us sleep.
Yeah.
To learn more about what we discussed today and to get in touch with Overlake Medical Center, just visit that website that you see right there on your screen.
This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by Overlake Medical Center.